The all-new Seville and Eldorado represent exceptional opportunities for increased sales and income for 1986. Effective selling information is the key to winning presentations and demonstrations of these leading-edge cars to the broad range of luxury prospects you'll be dealing with in 1986. There are 4 major product systems that you must be familiar with so you can move to the close: powertrains, chassis and suspension, electronics, the interior, and body and exterior. Several weeks ago, I visited with Cadillac engineering and marketing people and prepared a series of presentations on these 4 critical areas of selling information. I'd like to review them with you now to help you build your Seville and Eldorado closing ratios in '86, starting with powertrains, chassis, and suspension. The Cadillac design and engineering goals for the 1986 Seville and Eldorado powertrain were to provide the right combination of performance, drivability, and economy to satisfy today's demanding luxury buyers. Let's look at how these goals were achieved, starting with the HT 4100 digital fuel injection engine. In the 1986 front-wheel drive Seville and Eldorado, the HT 4100 engine has been mounted transversely rather than longitudinally to enhance space efficiency and service accessibility. Engine operation has also been refined to enhance overall performance and drivability. Cylinder heads now have a swirl intake port design. Customer benefits include more uniform and complete combustion and calibration for improved fuel economy within emission standards. Another benefit is a higher compression ratio of 9:1 versus 8.5:1 last year for higher thermal efficiency. The 1986 power componentry includes a new electric EFE, or early fuel evaporation system. The electric system replaces a mechanical system which used exhaust gas to warm the intake manifold. EFE consists of 2 heating grids of ceramic materials which heat the air-fuel mixture quicker and reduces the need for cold start fuel enrichment. It's also lighter in weight and contributes to efficient engine performance and packaging. It's located between the throttle body and the intake manifold. It operates in conjunction with the electronic control module to help assure good performance and drivability. A new electronic control module, or ECM, provides 15% greater computing capacity and more memory for increased engine system control over a greater range of operating conditions. The payoff to the customer is improved performance feel, better idle speed control, improved park throttle and wide open throttle feel, and smoother drivability. In 1986, stainless steel exhaust manifolds replaced the former cast iron design. The stainless steel system is lighter and helps raise the operating temperature of the catalytic converter to reduce hydrocarbon emissions more effectively. It's a new cross-under design that improves engine packaging, and the entire system from the catalytic converter rearward is a one-piece welded design of reduced mass. The 1986 Seville and Eldorado both have Cadillac's exclusive viscous converter clutch, or VCC. While engaged, the VCC reduces slip in the torque converter by coupling the turbine shaft to the engine with a silicone fluid as opposed to the more conventional steel damper spring. Viscous fluid, which moves through the grooves within the clutch, allows just enough slip to eliminate the chuggle commonly experienced with torque converter clutches. As a result, the VCC can be engaged in 3rd gear as well as 4th gear and at much lower speeds to reduce slippage over a wider operating range, typically at about 24 miles per hour versus 40 to 52 miles per hour. The 3rd and 4th gear VCC engagement is controlled by the ECM, thereby making a more efficient use of energy, which improves torque converter efficiency, fuel economy, and performance while retaining smooth drivability. The improved HT 4100 is teamed with a 4-speed automatic transmission, the front-drive transverse THM 440 T4. This transmission design derives 4 gear ratios from 2 planetary gear sets for a lighter, more compact configuration. This state-of-the-art transmission has a higher 1st gear ratio for better off-the-line performance, as well as an overdrive gear for good highway fuel economy and cruising quietness. Fuel economy numbers for the 1986 Seville and Eldorado with these high-tech powertrains are up to 17 miles per gallon in city driving and up to 26 miles per gallon on the highway. This economy is achieved without sacrificing performance. In fact, 0 to 60 time is about 14% better this year. Next, let's focus on the chassis and suspension systems that enhance a solid feel, softness, and isolation, and provide crisp, responsive maneuverability and a greater sense of a road feel without harshness. The new body frame integral construction gives solid structural feel. The new fully independent McPherson strut front suspension and the engine are assembled in a separate cradle apart from the vehicle. The McPherson struts offer a softer ride than the previous torsion bars, and the front stabilizer bar provides excellent roll control. The cradle, incorporating the engine and suspension, is then assembled to the car with insulators that help assure noise and vibration insulation for passenger compartment quiet and comfort. There's also a fully independent rear suspension design incorporated into an isolated subframe. The entire rear subframe is assembled as a module apart from the vehicle, using the most advanced automated tooling and robotic technology. It features an all-new transverse fiberglass leaf spring and electronic level control. This all-new transverse fiberglass leaf spring in the rear suspension is similar to the design used on the Corvette. It provides longer fatigue life than the more traditional steel coils. It's also compact, lightweight, and corrosion-free, and serves both as a ride spring and a roll stabilizer. Extensive testing proves that the new standard suspension on the 1986 Eldorado provides handling characteristics that exceed the 1985 Eldorado, even when equipped with a touring suspension. Seville's standard suspension is competitive with the best European touring sedans, while retaining the Cadillac level of comfort and quiet that Seville customers expect. The new Seville and Eldorado feature 14-inch high-tech tires rated for excellent mud and snow traction that provide very low rolling resistance for enhanced fuel economy. Tire design contributes up to 0.3 of a mile per gallon improvement in the city, plus 1 whole mile per gallon on the highway. The standard wheels on both car lines are 14-inch styled aluminum wheels with lightweight wire wheel discs optional. Optional 15-inch styled aluminum alloy wheels are used with the optional touring suspension only. They are teamed with Goodyear Eagle GT steel belted radials, available in either black wall or in thin white wall. This is a high-performance tire with aggressive treads that contribute to increased cornering capability and quicker steering response. All of these state-of-the-art systems are major reasons why the all-new Seville and Eldorado will set a new standard for the world in luxury performance, ride, and handling, and attract more buyers in 1986. There's another key to Seville and Eldorado selling success: electronics. High technology that enhances drivability, comfort and convenience, communications, and diagnostics. The key to automotive high technology is this: the keys to a new 1986 Cadillac. This is most apparent in the exciting and more aggressive all-new 1986 Cadillac Eldorado. Cadillac's newest design and the most advanced technology in Cadillac history. The advanced technology offers a number of advantages: improved drivability through more refined powertrain controls, more refined comfort and conveniences through more sophisticated electronics, better communication from car to driver, keeping the driver informed about what's going on with the car's various systems, better diagnosis, quicker and more accurate diagnosis by service technicians through expanded and more sophisticated onboard diagnostics. The instant you turn the key, the technology is evident. In Cadillac's high-tech digital electronic instrument cluster, which is standard on this all-new Eldorado and the all-new 1986 Seville. The top half of the cluster contains blue-green vacuum fluorescent digital displays of speed, odometer, fuel gauge, low fuel indicator, cruise control engaged, and auto dimmer display for the dimming sentinel. The lower half contains the various well-known warning lights, such as brake warning light, oil pressure light, engine temperature warning light, fasten seatbelt light, and so on. And that's just the beginning. On all new 1986 Cadillac Eldorado and Seville models, the electronics supply even more important information through this new composite panel containing displays and controls for two systems, the automatic climate control system and the driver information center. The climate control system, as before, includes all the important features of prior Cadillacs, including improved automatic climate control and an all-new sun sensor device that makes automatic temperature adjustments based on changes in the sun's brightness to provide greater comfort under all types of conditions. The lower half of the panel, the driver information center, has two basic functions. One, it provides a variety of traditional operating information for the driver, and two, it serves as a diagnostic display, which is a vitally important service tool for the dealership's technician. The driver information center constantly displays the outside temperature in Fahrenheit or centigrade, plus the date and the time. But it can also supply a variety of other information to the driver, from engine RPM to average fuel economy, at the touch of a button. All of these displays tie in with two of the most important computers in the car's system, the ECM, the engine computer module, and another computer pioneered by Cadillac, the BCM, body computer module. The ECM has improved faster communication with the BCM and further provides a green engine calibration during the first 500 miles of engine break-in. The body computer has triple the capacity of the body computer in the 1985 DeVilles and Fleetwoods, and even more memory than many personal computers. When you turn the ignition key to on, the telltale warning lights and vacuum fluorescent displays come on, indicating the current status of the vehicle's operating condition. At the same time, the two composite climate control and driver information center also comes to life. And the first thing that greets you is this message: good morning. Unless, of course, you slept in that day, in which case it will say good afternoon, or even good evening. The next thing you'll see is monitored systems OK, which means that all of the many functions monitored and controlled by the car's onboard computers are functioning properly. Things like headlights, air conditioning, engine controls, and so on. Now you're on your way. And if you're curious about some of the car's vital statistics, you can call up data on various vehicle functions at the press of a button. Press the engine data button, and engine RPM appears on the driver information center, or DIC. Or the engine's coolant temperature, or battery volts. Or you can press range and get an estimate of how many miles you can drive on the remaining fuel in the tank. Or press instantaneous economy and get a reading on the miles per gallon you're getting at this moment. Or by pressing average economy, learn the average rate of fuel consumption since you last reset the system. If you're planning a trip, you can monitor how much fuel you've consumed by resetting the fuel used memory when you start. The Reset Recall button is used to reset the various fuel-related measurement systems and to recall on the DIC any other previously displayed messages. And the last button, English Metric, is for converting the readouts from one measuring scale to the other. All of this information is available at all times and ready to be called up by the driver. However, the onboard computer takes the initiative in the unlikely event of a malfunction in one of the monitored systems, and it alerts the driver to the condition. In case of such a malfunction, you may notice it first in the instrument cluster, which will say, check driver information center. You glance at the driver information center, and what you read may be something as simple as this: driver's door ajar, or trunk open, and so on. These things are easily corrected, of course. But the system may also tell you something like this: service electrical system, or cooling fan fault, or low AC refrigerant, and then AC compressor off, to let you know that the car's computer has automatically shut down the air conditioning system to prevent damage to the compressor. The DIC has a vocabulary of about 125 words that it uses to display 30 such messages, all in plain English. And if you want to review them or demonstrate the display to someone else, here's how you do it. Simultaneously press these two buttons, Engine Data and Reset Recall. and the system will automatically cycle through a display of all possible messages, displaying each for a moment or two. To interrupt the cycle and return the system to normal use, just press any button on the Driver Information Center. But as useful as this driver information system is to the driver, there could be a time when it's even more important to the dealership service technician, who uses the Driver Information Center as a means of communicating with the car's built-in diagnostic system. And here's how that works. By simultaneously pressing two climate control buttons, the off button and the warm button, the service technician switches the system into the diagnostic mode. Any malfunction will be identified in the form of a numerical code, such as B411, which means the battery voltage is too low. The word current will also be displayed to tell the technician that the problem is present on the car now, a current code. If a trouble code is caused by an intermittent problem, such as a loose wire or connector, the car's computer would remember that the code was set in the past, and the display would read B411 history. The trouble code itself is always expressed as a number. But when the technician calls for a measurement or status reading, it's displayed in plain English, such as 11.5 battery volts BD50. So there's little question about what it is he's measuring. The system reports on a variety of components and can identify more than 70 different problem areas. In addition, several other special features put this system ahead of anything else in the industry. And one of the most dramatic is a feature called Snapshot, a diagnostic breakthrough and a Cadillac exclusive. Service departments will find Snapshot especially valuable because it helps track down those elusive malfunctions that are intermittent in nature. By pushing the high button on the climate control panel, while ECM Snapshot or BCM Snapshot is displayed, the technician can capture an instantaneous record, an electronic snapshot of all of the ECM or BCM data at the time the button was pushed. In this case, the system indicates a problem with the outside temperature sensor, and the technician can study the related service data, which will help arrive at a speedy and accurate repair. And for those rare situations which seem to complicate a diagnosis, Cadillac offers help through its Technical Service Assistance System, CADSTAR, a program for supplying technical help directly from Cadillac's Detroit engineering departments. In addition, Cadillac field offices will be provided with special diagnostic equipment, including special recording devices that can capture even more data during an actual road test of the car. Zones also can be provided with equipment enabling them to transmit data, live or recorded, from the car's ALDL, assembly line diagnostic link, directly to Detroit via telephone, so Cadillac engineers can help diagnose any unusual cases. And to further demonstrate confidence in Cadillac quality, there's an exclusive new 48-month, 50,000-mile warranty on Seville and Eldorado, a demonstration of Cadillac quality to help assure total customer satisfaction. But inside each of these cars are a lot of other features that you ought to know about. Some little, some big, some obvious, and some that need describing. You should be aware that all 1986 Eldorados and Sevilles have sport front bucket seats, and that the seats in the base cars are finished in a combination of cloth and genuine leather, and that recliners are standard for both driver and front passenger. All Seville and Eldorado seats also have headrests of genuine leather, standard. Seville Elegante and Eldorado Biarritz front driver seats are equipped with standard power-operated lumbar support. Using this control, each driver can increase or decrease the degree of lumbar support for his or her individual comfort. The steering wheel alone in these new cars is loaded with new features. The rim is about an inch smaller in diameter now for more knee clearance, and wrapped in leather for a sure, comfortable grip. The horn pad has two press points for sounding the horn, one in the center hub and the other at the extreme right of the horizontal spoke, handy for the right thumb, so you can sound the horn without removing your hands from the wheel. The opposite end of the spoke is the new location for cruise control switches, the set coast button and the resume accelerate button. A new tap-up, tap-down feature allows you to increase or decrease the speed in steps of about 1 mile per hour. The main on-off cruise control switch remains in the instrument panel to help prevent accidental activation of the system. Also new is the location of the steering wheel telescoping lever, moved from the top or 12 o'clock position on the steering column to a place below the column, the 6 o'clock position. The telescoping adjustment, a Cadillac exclusive, is also standard on all Seville and Eldorado models. The center console, standard on both Eldorado and Seville, also has many new features for 1986. Rotating this thumb wheel forward reveals a spring-loaded coin retainer. Rotating it rearward produces a convenient cup holder. The console's fold-down armrest has a locking storage compartment with an optional built-in and removable storage rack for cassette tapes. A red marker indicates a tape is stored, and pressing the appropriate button releases the desired cassette. Alternately, the armrest storage also can be used for another option, the available cellular telephone. Lifting the armrest reveals a second locking storage compartment with hideaway door for easy passenger access. Additional storage is available in the glove box. While the lock is obvious, the latch less apparent to a casual observer. You'll find the pull-type release beneath the glove box facade. It's a lift-open design and very smooth in operation. Another latch that is not obvious is the hood release. What you're looking at is not the hood release, it's the pointer that tells you where to find the hood release. Reach just beyond the pointer, your hand will find the pull-type release handle. For 1986, the foot-operated parking brake is applied not with a single long stroke of the lever, but with several shorter strokes, requiring less effort with a shorter, easier access. Also new on both Seville and Eldorado are floor mats that are both reversible and interchangeable to extend their life and preserve their appearance. It goes without saying that Cadillacs are well-insulated cars, exceptionally quiet. An example of the special efforts to assure a quiet, relaxed ambiance in the new Eldorado and Seville is this sound barrier that helps maintain the car's quiet interior, but which is quickly removable for access to instrument panel components. For 1986, Eldorado and Seville doors are locked when the switches are pushed as indicated. Pushing the switches in the opposite position unlocks the doors. Among other new features are sunshades that incorporate extensions that slide out to help enlarge the useful protection provided by the sunshades. Also standard in all Eldorado and Seville models for 1986 is the inner shield windshield, a layer of plastic that coats the inside surface of the windshield to provide a barrier between the passenger and the glass itself, giving greater protection from laceration. It's just another among the many special interior features provided on the all-new 1986 Cadillac Eldorado and Seville. The luxurious interiors are the ultimate in comfort and convenience on the American road and will sell more prospects than ever on Seville and Eldorado. The body and exterior technology of these two leading-edge luxury automobiles are also designed to assure a full range of important customer benefits. The new generation Seville and Eldorado for 1986 represent a technological revolution expected to place our products on the leading edge of the luxury market. They make a clear contemporary statement with shapes that are clean, simple, and aerodynamic. In fact, drag has been reduced almost 30% to enhance fuel economy, reduce wind noise, and provide greater stability over the road. Aerodynamic benefits are achieved by the slippery overall shape, from the lower sleek front end to the higher rear deck. It's also expressed by elements like the slanted windshield, door-into-roof construction, nearly flush side glass, and outside rearview mirror design. The composite tungsten halogen headlamps, very aerodynamically shaped, are also cost-effective. You can easily change the bulb without replacing the entire headlamp assembly. Cadillac has met the design objective in a vehicle package that's comparable to prior models in passenger compartment roominess and luggage capacity. The Seville and Eldorado evolved in distinct configurations that express their separate images. It's important to note that all exterior panels are different on the two cars, except the hoods. The individual quality designed into the Seville and Eldorado is fulfilled during manufacture. Automated processes, robotics, and laser scan technology help achieve high-quality objectives. For example, 97% of all body welds are accomplished the high-tech way. All body panels come together on the assembly line and are welded in a RoboGate system to meet stringent standards for tolerance and alignment. During inspection, the latest laser scanning techniques are used to check fit and alignment. These are just a few examples of the space-age technology to help make Seville and Eldorado quality automobiles to assure customer satisfaction. The appearance and useful life of a car is an important consideration to today's luxury buyer. That's why the Seville and Eldorado have new design, high-tech bumper systems. The bumpers have attractive body-colored fascias of reinforced urethane plastic and incorporate a fiberglass reinforced plastic beam for exceptional strength and weight efficiency. The bumpers are so effective that they meet a 5-mile-per-hour barrier crash standard, far exceeding the federal standard. As you can see, the vehicle structure remains intact during a barrier test up to 5 miles an hour. Protection like this may mean lowered insurance premiums for your buyers. Body and finish life for the Seville and Eldorado is enhanced by the compressive corrosion protection. Even greater corrosion protection is assured in the new models by the extensive use of two-sided galvanized steel. All body panels have this added protection. Even bolts used in critical areas are galvanized to assist in vehicle body repair over the life of the car. The exterior surface of the panels is ultra smooth to enhance the smoothness of the quality finish that's applied to the car. The Seville and Eldorado have distinct paint treatments. However, all treatments include 2 coats of rich enamel plus 2 coats of high glamour clear coat finish. The world-class finish is applied to Seville and Eldorado using state-of-the-art technology. All of the latest proven primer techniques are used, including centrifugal force to flow on a second primer coat. Robots then take over to apply the first of 2 color coats. The car is brought to a halt during painting to assure a more accurate spray pattern and a higher quality finish. Between color coats, the surface of the paint is rapidly dried by special black radiation panels so that no dust will adhere. Following the 2 color coats, each car also gets 2 clear coats for added protection and a deep, lustrous look. Then it enters an observation booth for close scrutiny to make sure it meets the highest quality standard. From start to finish, the 1986 Seville and Eldorado express the best in design and quality. Show your customers exactly why they're the shape of things to come in world-class automotive luxury. And use your knowledge of all the state-of-the-art product features and benefits as the foundation of a winning product presentation on the showroom floor and in demonstrations on the road. Prove to your prospects that the all-new Seville and Eldorado represent the American standard of the world in high-tech luxury, quality, and total customer satisfaction. It will pay off in more income in 1986 and beyond.